This Saturday will not pass unnoticed. It is not just another day. Heaven has already written it as a line in your story. A day when the invisible will touch the visible and your own body will testify. Have you felt it already? The exhaustion that makes no sense, the sudden chills, the pressure in the atmosphere you cannot explain? These are not random. They are preparations. Your body is being aligned with what your spirit has been carrying for years. Because this Saturday, you won't just hear the word, you will feel it, not only in your heart, but in your very flesh. The Spirit of God is marking the bodies of the chosen as living altars, as undeniable signs that the promise has already begun. And when you wake up after this day, you will know something has shifted forever. Chosen one, pause for a moment and breathe deeply, because what I will share with you is not coincidence. This Saturday has already been written in the book of your destiny. Before you even came into this world, before you faced the valleys and the storms, before you even prayed your first prayer, heaven had already marked this date. It was set apart not as just another ordinary day, but as a prophetic point of activation, a turning point when the invisible world collides with the visible and your life takes a direction you cannot deny. Think about it. How many times have you felt that time was slipping through your fingers, that nothing really changed no matter how much you prayed or fasted? How often did you wonder if God still remembered your tears, if he still counted your silence, if he still walked with you in those nights when no one saw your pain? Now all of those questions find their answer in a single moment. This Saturday. Heaven does not operate on man's calendar. Heaven has its own rhythm, its own appointed times, what the scriptures call kairos moments. And this Saturday is one of them. It's not just another date, it is a divine appointment. When a kairos moment comes, everything accelerates. That which was delayed suddenly comes forth. That which was hidden is revealed. That which felt locked is thrown wide open. Can you feel that in your spirit already? Many of you have been sensing strange heaviness in the air. Your sleep has been deeper, your dreams more vivid, your emotions stirred without explanation. Some of you feel an exhaustion that no amount of rest seems to heal. This is not weakness. It is recalibration. It is your spirit, soul, and body being aligned with heaven's frequency. Because when Saturday arrives, it won't be your imagination. It will be confirmation. God often chooses to mark time through the natural because we are human and sometimes need to feel in our bodies what our spirits already know. That's why your flesh will not be excluded from this move. Just as the prophets of old trembled when they encountered his presence, just as Paul's body was struck by the light on the road to Damascus, so too, your body will bear witness this Saturday. It may come as chills down your spine, tears without explanation, waves of warmth, sudden clarity, or even a release of burdens you didn't know you were still carrying. Do not dismiss these things as random. They are sacred. This Saturday is also about closure. There are chapters in your life that have lingered too long, not because God forgot you, but because the timing wasn't aligned. Heaven waits until every piece is in place. That's why you've carried certain battles for years. That's why some prayers seemed unanswered, because the answer wasn't no, it was wait. And the wait has brought you here to this Saturday when what was pending becomes movement. But Here's the question. Will you recognize it when it happens? Will you see beyond the surface? Or will you treat it as another day? Many miss their Kairos moment because they are distracted, caught in routine, or numb to the spiritual. But you are chosen. You are hearing this for a reason. You are being prepared so you do not miss the sign. Heaven has marked this Saturday as unforgettable, not because of what you will do, but because of what He will do in you. This is not about striving, performing, or trying harder. This is about surrendering, about allowing God to move through your body, your atmosphere, your very breath, about realizing that you don't need to manufacture the miracle, you just need to receive it. Chosen one, understand this. There will come a moment this Saturday when you will feel it. That undeniable shift, maybe in the stillness of your room, maybe during a conversation, maybe in the middle of prayer. And in that moment, you will know, this is it. Heaven has touched earth, and my life will never be the same. This is why the Spirit has been whispering to you, why He has been stirring your restlessness, why you've been feeling that something is coming, because Saturday is already sealed. The question is, are you ready to step into it with eyes open and heart prepared? This Saturday is not marked on the world's calendar. It's marked in heaven's. And heaven has declared unforgettable. Chosen one, many believe that spirituality is something only of the mind or the heart. But the truth is deeper. God never separated your spirit from your body as if one were holy and the other useless. No, He made you whole. And because you are whole, when the Spirit of God moves, your body cannot remain neutral. It responds. It trembles. It shifts. It becomes a living witness that heaven has touched you. This Saturday, your body will not be excluded from what heaven is doing. It will not simply be a vessel you carry. It will become a prophetic sign. Why? Because the body of the chosen carries codes. It holds memory. Every cell knows when something is about to change. You may not have words for it, but your body speaks in sensations, in pressure, in shifts you cannot explain. And those who are awake know to listen. Think about the scriptures. When Moses came down from the mountain after encountering God, his face radiated with light. His very skin testified of the presence. When Hannah received her answer from Eli the priest, her face was no longer downcast. Her body carried joy before the child was ever conceived. When the disciples were filled with the Spirit at Pentecost, their tongues and voices moved in ways they had never before known. The body always testifies. And this is what is coming for you. Some of you will feel it as sudden chills or a burning warmth. Others will sense a weight lifting from your chest. Some will notice your sleep shifting, your appetite changing, your breath feeling lighter. These are not accidents, they are signals. Your body is aligning with the new frequency of heaven. It is being tuned like an instrument so that the melody of the Spirit can flow freely. Do not dismiss these signals as random. The world will say, it's just stress, or it's just your imagination. But you know better. You know that when your body starts reacting without reason, something spiritual is happening. This is why Paul wrote that your body is the temple of the Holy Spirit. Temples are not empty shells. They are sacred spaces where presence dwells. And when the presence moves, the temple responds. Chosen one, I ask you, Have you noticed the subtle ways your body has been speaking? Have you ignored the fatigue, the tears that come out of nowhere, the strange energy pulsing through your hands or heart? These are not weaknesses. They are confirmations. God is using your flesh as a language. Because He knows you may not always catch the whisper in your spirit, but you cannot ignore when your body feels it. This Saturday, your body will stand as a witness that you are chosen. It will carry evidence that heaven has touched you. You may not have the words to explain it to others, but you will know. Something happened. Something shifted. And no one can take that away from you. For too long, the enemy has tried to convince you that your body is against you, through sickness, fatigue, or shame. But this weekend, God reclaims your body as His own testimony. The very thing the enemy tried to use to silence you will now become the loudest sign that you are marked. Your body is not a burden. It is not a prison. It is a vessel of prophecy. And this Saturday, when heaven moves, your body will rise to testify. I am chosen, I am sealed, and I cannot be denied. Chosen one, listen carefully. There are moments when the Spirit moves in such a way that your body begins to carry signals before your mind fully understands what is happening. These signals are not to be ignored. They are not accidents. They are the language of heaven expressed through your flesh. Many of you have been experiencing strange sensations lately. A sudden heaviness pressing on your chest when you try to rest. A wave of chills rushing over your body even though the room is not cold. A heat that rises from deep within as if something inside of you is igniting. Some of you have felt an exhaustion that no amount of sleep seems to heal, while others have noticed bursts of energy that feel almost supernatural. These are not random. They are prophetic symptoms. The Spirit is preparing your body for what it will carry after this Saturday. The fatigue you feel is not only physical tiredness, it is your spirit recalibrating, your energy field releasing what no longer belongs, your cells letting go of patterns that cannot follow you into the next cycle. And the sudden energy you feel at times, that is the breath of heaven surging through you, giving you glimpses of the strength that will soon become your new normal. But let me ask you this. Have you paid attention to the dreams that leave you waking up drenched in sweat? Have you noticed the headaches that seem to come when you are praying or meditating? Have you seen how your body sometimes trembles when you speak the name of God out loud? These are not symptoms to dismiss. They are confirmations. Your body is saying, I have entered the atmosphere of transformation. The enemy wants you to believe something is wrong with you. He wants you to fear your own body. But the truth is this: what you are experiencing is not sickness, it is transition. The Spirit of God is pressing into your physical vessel to prepare you for the weight of the promise. You cannot carry what is coming in the same body you had before. Your vessel must be renewed. Think of Elijah. When the angel came to strengthen him, Elijah ate bread and drank water. But it was not ordinary nourishment. That food carried spiritual energy that gave him the strength to walk 40 days and nights. His body became a witness to the touch of heaven. In the same way, your body is being infused with a new kind of sustenance. That is why your appetite may be shifting. That is why certain foods suddenly feel heavy or unclean to you, while others bring a peace you cannot explain. Do not fight these changes. Do not ignore the signals. Instead, lean into them. When you feel the chills, whisper, "I receive your presence." When you feel the heaviness, pray, "Lord, release what no longer belongs in me." When your sleep patterns shift, do not complain. Ask instead, "What are you showing me in the night?" This is how you align with what your body is already testifying. And hear this, not all symptoms are dramatic. Some are subtle. A sudden sensitivity to noise, a desire to withdraw into silence, an unexpected burst of tears, a strange peace that comes upon you when everything around you is chaotic. These are also signs. Do not ignore them. They reveal that the Spirit is at work inside of you, even when the outside world cannot see. Chosen one, your body is not betraying you. It is revealing heaven. The more you learn to listen, the more you will realize that every sensation is a message, every shift is a sign, and every symptom is an invitation to step deeper into alignment. This Saturday, many of you will feel it stronger than ever before. The veil between spirit and flesh will thin, and your body will carry undeniable proof that God has marked you, so do not brush it off. Do not run to the world for explanations. Recognize the signs, honor the process, and let your body prophesy. Because when heaven touches flesh, it leaves evidence. And that evidence is rising in you even now. Chosen one, what is about to happen cannot be carried by chance. Transformation is not accidental. It demands preparation, not of the flesh only, but of the soul, the spirit, and the heart. This Saturday will not just pass like any other. The Spirit has already marked it as a crossing point, and you cannot step into that moment carelessly. If you do, you risk being present in body, but absent in spirit. And this is why preparation is vital. So let me speak directly to you. How do you prepare for a transformation that goes beyond your understanding? You do not prepare with fear, but with alignment. You do not prepare with anxiety, but with surrender. The Spirit is not asking you to do more, but to unclench the grip on what you still hold as if it belonged to you. Think of it this way. Your body is about to receive an upgrade, but an old system cannot carry new programming without first clearing corrupted files. What are the corrupted files in your life? The patterns of thought that still convince you that you are not enough. The voices of the past that whisper you are too broken. The guilt that clings to mistakes long forgiven. These are the files that must be erased. Otherwise, the new download cannot take root. This is why, in these hours leading up to Saturday, your focus must not be on busyness, but on silence. The chosen are often tempted to distract themselves, to numb the waiting with noise, with endless scrolling, with conversations that drain instead of build. But the Spirit is whispering, be still, quiet your heart, create space so I can fill it. You prepare by protecting your atmosphere. You prepare by becoming intentional with what you allow into your ears and eyes. If you spend your energy consuming fear, chaos, or empty words, how can you expect to recognize the sound of heaven when it comes? Preparation means choosing carefully, not out of legalism, but out of wisdom. Because your vessel is sacred, and this transformation will pass through it. Now hear this. Your preparation is not about perfection. It is about posture. The Spirit is not looking for those who have everything together. He is looking for those who will bow low enough to receive. This is why humility is the greatest preparation. Pride cannot carry what is coming. Fear cannot hold it. Only surrender can. Ask yourself, what would change if I believed that this Saturday was already chosen for me? Would I still waste time in doubt? Would I still question if I am ready? Or would I start walking as though the promise is already at the door? Your preparation is not measured by how strong you feel, but by how willing you are to believe. Some of you are already sensing what I'm saying. The sudden urge to fast, the desire to journal your prayers, the unexpected pull to worship when no one is around. Do not ignore this. It is the Spirit preparing you. Follow the pull. Respond to the nudge. These are not coincidences, they are alignments. And know this, transformation is not always comfortable. Your body may resist. Your emotions may flare. Old wounds may surface just as the new begins to enter. This does not mean you are failing. It means you are being rewired. The shaking is not punishment. It is proof that heaven is touching what was once dormant in you. So prepare not by resisting, but by yielding. When the tears come, let them fall. When the silence feels heavy, embrace it. When the urge to worship arises, lift your hands without shame. This is your preparation. This is how you align with the frequency of what is arriving. Chosen one, this Saturday will not be about what you can force. It will be about what you allow. Your preparation is your permission slip to heaven. When you say yes, when you open wide, when you stop trying to control the outcome, that is when the Spirit will flow unhindered. Do not wait for the day to come before you prepare. Start now. Let your atmosphere shift. Let your heart soften. Let your spirit rise. Because when the transformation begins, those who prepared will recognize it instantly. And those who didn't will wonder why they missed it. Preparation is not optional. It is the doorway. And you are standing in front of it now. Chosen one. There comes a moment when the Spirit of God does not only whisper to your heart, does not only stir your thoughts, but lays his hand upon your very flesh. That is the threshold you are about to cross this Saturday. And nothing in your body, mind, or spirit will remain untouched. This is not symbolic. It is literal. The Spirit who breathed life into your bones has chosen to mark your body as the vessel of his promise. What does that mean? It means that your very cells, your heartbeat, your breath are about to respond to a frequency higher than anything you've known before. Some of you have already tasted fragments of this. The trembling during prayer, the chills that cover your skin when you worship, the warmth that rises in your chest when you hear a word that cuts straight into your soul. These are not emotions only. They are physical responses to the touch of the Holy Spirit. And now, the intensity will multiply, because the Spirit does not want you to only think you are chosen. He wants you to feel it in your flesh, to carry it in your body like a living testimony. Why? Because your body will often speak louder than your words. When people see your glow, your peace, your unexplainable energy shift, they will know something greater has touched you. But here is the mystery. When the Holy Spirit touches the flesh, it does not always feel gentle. Sometimes it feels like fire. Sometimes it feels like weight. Sometimes it feels like electricity running through your veins. Do not fear these sensations. They are not an attack. They are not your body failing. They are evidence of God's power, breaking through every wall, you once built around yourself. Think of the prophets, of those who carried the word of the Lord in ancient days. They did not just speak, they shook, they wept, they burned with fire in their bones. Jeremiah once said, "His word is like a fire shut up in my bones." Do you understand? The Spirit did not just pass through him. It ignited his very marrow, and this is the reality of the chosen. So do not be surprised if, as this Saturday comes, you feel waves of heat while you pray. Do not panic if your body trembles without reason. Do not dismiss it if tears fall uncontrollably. These are not weaknesses, they are signatures. The Spirit is engraving himself upon your flesh, declaring that you belong fully, body and soul, to the divine. And there is a reason for this timing. The days ahead will require more than knowledge. They will require embodiment. It is not enough to say you believe. It is not enough to think you are ready. Your whole being must testify. Your body must become a living altar, an instrument tuned to heaven's frequency. Ask yourself, are you willing to let God's presence move through you without resistance? Are you willing to look undignified if it means being marked for eternity? David danced until his garments fell, because the presence of God touched him so deeply that his flesh could no longer contain it. That is what happens when the Spirit takes over. The flesh loses control, but gains eternal purpose. And hear me, the enemy will try to twist this. He will tell you it's too strange, too overwhelming, too much for you to handle. But that is because he knows, once the Spirit marks your flesh, you will never again doubt that you carry God himself within you. Once you feel it in your body, no lie can convince you otherwise. So this Saturday, let it happen. Do not resist. Do not try to analyze it. Do not run. Yield. Let your body shake. Let your spirit rise. Let your soul surrender. Because when the Holy Spirit touches your flesh, he is not just visiting, he is claiming his home. And from that day forward, you will not walk as someone who wonders if God is real. You will walk as someone who has felt him burn through your skin, pulse in your veins, steady your breath. You will walk as proof. This is the moment where the invisible becomes undeniable. This is the hour when the Spirit chooses not just to whisper to your mind, but to inscribe himself into your flesh. And once he does, nothing, not fear, not doubt, not even death, will ever erase it. Chosen one, we have reached the point of no return. This Saturday will not just pass through you, it will mark you. Your flesh itself will stand as the undeniable witness of what heaven has already written. No more asking for signs outside of you. No more searching for confirmations in the world around you. The sign is you. Your body, your breath, your pulse. They will testify. All the years of waiting, the endless nights of prayer, the countless moments where you felt unseen, they were never wasted. They were preparing the soil of your being for this moment. And now the Spirit has chosen not only to whisper to your soul, but to engrave his presence in your very flesh. This is not abstract. It is real, tangible, unshakable. Do you understand what that means? It means that your body is no longer ordinary. It is a vessel, a temple, a living prophecy. Every shiver you feel, every tear that falls, every surge of fire through your veins is not random. It is heaven inscribing itself into your human form. You are becoming the evidence of the promise of fulfilled. From this day forward, your body will carry the memory of the encounter. Even when your mind doubts, even when your emotions waver, your flesh will remember. The trembling in worship, the fire in prayer, the stillness in surrender, these will not leave you. They are eternal imprints, marks that no darkness can erase. This is why the Spirit has chosen to move in your body, because arguments can be silenced, doubts can be shouted down, but experience cannot be denied. Once you have felt Him in your bones, no one can convince you otherwise. You do not just believe anymore, you know, and that knowing will never leave you. The world may look at you and wonder why you glow, why your eyes carry peace in the midst of storms, why your presence shifts the atmosphere of a room. They will not understand, but you will, because your body has become the altar where the fire fell, and that fire will not go out. So when you rise after this Saturday, rise differently, walk differently, speak differently, because you are no longer carrying only your own strength. You are carrying the mark of the Spirit upon your flesh. You are no longer asking for proof. You are the proof. And let this be sealed in you. Your body is not your weakness. It is not your limit. It is not the enemy. It is the sign that God has chosen you, prepared you, and now dwells within you. The sign that the promise is not only ahead of you, it has begun within you. Chosen one, this is the moment your story shifts forever. This is the Saturday heaven wrote before you were even born. And now the evidence will not be hidden. It will be carried in your very skin. The Spirit has touched you. The Spirit has marked you. And your body will never be the same.